And
It's just the housing market is so weird here.
yeah, our one bed apartment price is 1 million to purchase, but to rent is 750. I think it's because I feel like I'm a baby and you take care of me. We are at a new neighborhood. This cafe is really nice. So green. I love green and yellow and red. Isn't it so beautiful? And that's my husband.
What's up?
No, you can do you. I didn't.
I think I'm on my phone all day long.
Oh no. He is working. He's a programmer, so he needs to work with his cell phone. Yeah. Music is ending. Cutie pie. This is like cafe number what, like since yesterday.
Cafe hoppers.
Yeah.
Wait, so let's say we went to the tea flower place, right? Then we went to
the local bakery, and at night
we went to that one.
and then today we went to the store, right?
Fours, but you went to a different cafe
Local
by
bakery.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is our like fourth cafe. They have so many cool cafe in this area.
And little cool cafe boy. And there's a French school right
Yeah,
there.
it's a French school. So this is a French village inside Seoul. So that's why there is a French school here too. I got Americano as usual. And he got latte.
And
Tony.
Tony.
Oh, I love this. This is so cute. So good. And let me fix
What's interesting to me is how very foreigner it is.
the. Yeah.
The only other very foreigner neighborhood I've been to is Itaewon. But Itaewon is more like, how do I say, adults,
Party.
drinking. Used to be a lot of military, so it's like military party atmosphere. But here it's the first just normal little town, foreigner style. I think it's gotta be the only one, right? So we see little kids running around, foreigner kids running around,
Yeah.
making friends. It's just,
Yeah.
because the other neighborhoods, Itaewon, is like older people drinking, tourists and stuff. But here it's just like little families, all foreigners.
Feels like we're traveling. Because we hear so many like English
English
and
and
also
French.
French. Because I'm like, okay, I'm in Korea, but I feel like I'm in LA.
Yeah,
Like what's going on?
yeah. In LA with all the Korean Americans.
Yeah.
It feels like you're in K-Town.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, but nicer K-Town.
Yeah.
Fancier.
Fancier K-Town.
Yeah, this area is really a rich neighborhood in Seoul, like in Gangnam. So within Gangnam, this neighborhood is like one of the richest.
And Gangnam is already a rich.
We looked up the housing price here and it was like apartment, like it's a big apartment, right? It's a big apartment, but it was like 3 million.
USD.
Yeah. Interesting.
And that's like all of these apartments, right?
A lot
like
of
the
them,
most
yeah.
expensive was like
6 million.
6 million, but 3
Yeah.
million is like normal here.
I think so. I
Right.
think it's like the average here. And it's just like a front yard, backyard, like house. Like
It's just an apartment.
it's just an apartment. Housing price in Korea is like, it's hard to understand.
It's just because there's so much money recycled in the system because of Jeonse. That's why prices are so insanely high.
And I don't know if we would want to buy a house with that price, you know, like a tiny apartment. It's so expensive. I don't think it's worth it.
I think it's also tough because basically in Korea, I think the money is cheap, so you can rent money so cheaply, and that's why the prices are so high. It reminds me of when US housing prices were really high. Back then, money was cheap, so prices were really high, but as soon as money got a little bit more strict, like the banks were a little bit more strict, all the housing prices went way down. So basically, if we buy and they change something with the way the money system is,
Yeah.
prices will go way down.
Uh-huh.
That's the tough part.
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
He ordered a little sandwich too. It's a chicken, cheese, tomato, basic sandwich. Looks good. The bread looks really nice here. Looks like a turtle.
Appetit?
Yeah.
Bon appetit?
Bon appetit.
Yeah, we can't buy houses.
No.
Like, I mean, I don't want to because it's scary.
I don't want to because like I would rather get a house with two stories and like a backyard, front yard with the same amount of money. Like in Korea you get like an apartment, basically like 3-bed or 4-bed, 5-bed apartment with bathrooms, or with the same amount of money you get like a full house and land
In the US.
in the US. So I don't think it makes sense to spend that money for a little box. That's how I feel like, because apartment is like a box basically.
The crazy thing is we're comparing Seoul price with the most expensive American price.
San Francisco.
You're comparing it with the Bay Area,
Yeah,
California. So
exactly.
it's much cheaper, much better to get a big house in California, which is already crazy expensive, than here. So this is even more insanely expensive. Because
Yeah.
everybody says how expensive California is,
In America,
In
like
America.
American things.
but Seoul is like twice as expensive, like literally
Yeah.
100% more expensive, right? Would you say? It's insane.
Yeah, so like during our wedding in San Francisco, my cousins and my brother, they visit Korea. I mean, they visited San Francisco, and then we went to Sausalito, which is my favorite part of the Bay Area. And they asked how much is the housing in Sausalito, because we took them there, and we were like, oh, it's really expensive. It's like 1 million, 1.5, or right,
Maybe
or 2
two.
million, and they're like, oh, it's really cheap.
Yeah, for a full house.
Yeah.
At that point, I was like, I thought the currency
Yeah.
conversion was wrong. I was trying to make them realize, no.
It's
In Korean won, it is like a billion or whatever it is.
yeah. And then they're like, that's really cheap for a house with a nice view.
Yeah, but now living in Korea, like, no, they're right. Like,
Yeah.
like American most expensive houses are like half the price.
It's very
Right.
affordable. Yeah.
Because you're comparing it with just like
Box.
a Korean condo is twice the price of American houses in San Francisco. It's insane. This is crazy. This is crazy.
So one of my friends' family is moving to US. I think they're immigrating or something, and they're moving to LA Beverly Hills because the house there for them is like really good price.
It's insane.
So I think they already moved, housing ready, and they just moved because it's way better. Yeah, so it's very interesting and
It's just the housing market is so weird here because
really weird.
Korean salary and wages is like half.
Mm-hmm.
Koreans make half as much money, but their houses literally cost twice as much as San Francisco houses. It doesn't make any sense. That's why I think it's very dangerous to purchase in Korea, because it's like a bubble. It's a bubble.
Yeah, and also we have like a stupid system called Jeonse.
That's why the money is so cheap here.
Mhm.
It's so cheap to like rent the money. In the US, it's a lot tougher because you have banks. You know, when we went through it,
Yeah.
like, banks verify your income and they limit how much you can rent or borrow money. But in Korea, just random strangers, you just borrow it from random strangers. It's crazy. It's a crazy system.
Yeah, so most country they only have purchasing a house or monthly rent system. But in Korea, we have on top of that, we have Jeonse called like paying 90% of the housing price to the owner with the loan from the bank. Is that a right explanation? I don't know if I'm explaining it well.
To explain it, I think you need a whole different video. You need a
Okay.
whole-
I mean, you can Google it. Yeah. So here, the interesting is the monthly rent is really cheap, but the purchasing price is insane. So we live in a one-bed apartment, and our monthly rent is $750 USD, which is very cheap, right? Like in the US, in San Francisco or LA, like if you try to get a one-bed apartment in a nice neighborhood, it
Like
costs,
twice.
yeah, it's twice or more, or 3 times more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here the rent is really cheap, but the price to purchase is like million. Yeah, our one bed apartment price is 1 million to purchase, but to rent is 750. Don't try to come, like don't just come to Korea and think that you can purchase a house. We're screwed. Even me as a Korean is like, what's going on? So it's really tough. So try to find a nice monthly rent place, right?
Luckily, a lot of places are switching to monthly.
Yeah, highly recommend just getting monthly rent place because there's a lot of scam going on with Jeonse too that you lose your lifetime saving. You could, but the interesting thing is like in the US, the deposit for monthly renting is just like the 2 months of rent or 1 month of rent, right? Depending.
2 months, one
2
or
months.
2.
But in Korea, the deposit was
Like 2 years.
yeah, 2 years of rent was deposit, but you pay less.
And that is the sane system. That is not even the crazy system.
Yeah.
That is like the normal system.
Yeah. So if you wanna get a monthly rent place, you better have a fat money in your saving account, right?
Yeah.
Can I have a bite?
That's yours.
Feed me. I like that you feed me. Is it weird?
따뚱.
I think I didn't give you any chicken.
Oh my god, I love it when you feed me. I think it's because I feel like I'm a baby and you take care of me.
This is the pretty princess tax a husband has to pay.
Carry all my stuff. In the previous video, you carry all my stuff.
For all the guys that want a pretty wife,